Heyo, it's Omnidog here with an overview of a pretty amazing book, and that is the Jeff Johns and Gary Frank Superman run in absolute format. This is it in its slipcase, the stuff heroes are made of. I couldn't have said it better myself. As always, you can find this book at Organic Price Books. 5% off, shipping 4 more books together with code OmnidogSit. $2 off with code OmniDog. Right on, right on, right on. So let's take a look at this beautiful book. And I happen to know these stories pretty darn well because Earth One Jess and I just covered this in regular old format on my Superman show with her. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, the Kents, Luther, freaking Luther. So, one thing I forgot to do, but I'll tell you at the very end, because there's a surprise at the end and you don't want to miss it. But I will say spoiler alert in case somebody doesn't want it. So this has the 3 works that they've done together. Superman and Legion of Superheroes, Brainiac, Secret Origin. One of my favorite stories ever. And of course, I love Brainiac. These are all amazingly solid stories, which you would expect from Jeff Johns. But the Gary Frank art in absolute size is pretty darn breathtaking. In my talk with Jess One on the Superman show, and there he is with a Legion flight ring. This is so cool. And you get script stuff, which is very nice, right in the beginning, not in the back. So I did say to Jess that the one thing about Gary Frank's art, this is the only thing, is it's very toothy. You can see a lot of teeth, but that doesn't stop me from loving it anyway. I mean, look at this art. Now, of course, Gary Frank has always kind of homaged Christopher Reeve, which is great. But these stories are solid. A+ stories with A+ art. And look at how chonky this thing is. This is a big chonker book. And let's look at the spine. And the spine is perfect. We get a ribbon, of course, because it's an absolute. Come here, you ribbon. There you go. And let's look at, there we go. Absolute Superman. I think this might be a contender for Book of the Year, even though it's old material. This is exciting stuff because these are brilliant stories. They are some of the best Jeff Johns stories you can get. And I say that as a big Jeff Johns fan. He has written an incredible amount of stuff that I love. I'm straining right now to think of something he's written that I don't love. He's a writer that I just say, Jeff Johns, okay, I'm getting it. And I am, as I said, I can't think of something that I didn't care for by him. I've loved everything so far. The Legion story, and here we have some really cool script and pencils here. The Legion story is brilliant. A Superman is being taken to the 31st century where superheroes have been outlawed and the Legion needs his help. And oh boy, after that brilliant story, we get an even brillianter story. Sorry, that's not it. There's Cat Grant. Cat Grant, drawn extremely well. Lois Lane, drawn extremely well. This is, Steve Lombard, Cat Grant. I really dig what he's done, Jeff Johns has done here in bringing these characters in and giving them life. They are bit players. Gary Frank's art makes them come to life, and Jeff Johns' writing makes them come to life. Obviously, the focus is going to be on Superman. The Brainiac story, I think, is one of the best Superman stories ever written. This, from earlier Superman stories, and there's Ma and Pa Kent, Supergirl, who's in this. Brainiac started out way back in the 60s as just kind of a collector of things. Here he is far more malevolent, and Superman has to deal with an extremely intelligent life form that is bent on stealing and creating worlds of his own. Here's where he discovers the bottle city of Kandor, which Brainiac has stolen. That's still the main focus of Brainiac, where he steals these smaller cities. This is a far more powerful, far more malevolent form of Brainiac. And quite frankly, he's pretty scary. But this story is definitely one of, if not the best, Superman stories. Actually, the whole book is full of these great stories. 3 of them. We haven't even got to Secret Origin yet, which I love. Which is right here. And to see Secret Origin, it's been available as a deluxe, but this thing is now an absolute. And with the art and the story, this is just a beautiful piece of work. And here we have young Lex, the Smallville Library with Clark. So this is a story that goes on for a big chunk of the book with Lex Luthor in Metropolis. And look at this. This is just amazing. Then we have, of course, a great cover gallery. Wow, look at these. These covers blown up like this. Just amazing. And then sketches. Superman World of New Krypton cover. New Krypton is what needs an omnibus. Let me just say that right now. There's my gal beating on cyborg Hank Henshaw. I love it. I haven't seen that cover. I got to get that. But look, these are just works of art by Gary Frank. Anything I said against him and it is drawing of teeth, I take back. I just love his art. So here we go through the character designs, which he has obviously spent an awful lot of time on and really, really shows you the creative process that he goes through. Oh yeah, Metallo's in this and he's awesome. Awesomely evil. And then here we go through pencils with inks by John Sybil. We go pencils, inks. Wow. Pencils. Oh boy, look at how this guy draws. And then we come to original cover prompt. So there's a ton of back matter in this. If you like scripts, scripts are throughout the book and included in the back. Now, we come to the end of this, where I'm going to tell you peace and love, peace and love. Please get this book. I think you're going to enjoy it. Spoiler alert, Omnidog, peace and love. If you do not want to know what the surprise extra bonus is as I flip this page, turn this off, get the book, and you'll find out what the surprise bonus is. I'm going to spoil it right now. So peace and love, peace and love. Turn off the video, go to Organic Price Books, give this video a like, feel free to message me, and of course, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, you ready? I thought this was a cool addition. The very end of the book, doink, there's a Legion of Superhero card that they include. I don't know if they're random or if everybody gets one. Here's Polar Boy, whose hands were obviously freezing when he wrote this, when he signed it, because that handwriting is somebody with freezing cold hands. And then you get his backstory. So that's a fun bonus. And I spoiled it, but you should have turned it off if you weren't wanting it to be spoiled. $150. It's big, but you can find it much cheaper than that online. Where's that? Oh, yeah. So peace and love, peace and love. Superman Absolute by Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, 100% A+, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, etc., etc., etc. Peace and love, peace and love. Be good to each other. Like my channel. Go to my channel. Live on my channel, etc. Thank you.